Alright, we've got a situation here that could be extremely important for Ayato. And if you're not aware, there was the recent update, which actually came with a very important change for Yae Miko. I'm not going to explain that in great detail because I covered it yesterday, so please check out my segment from yesterday if you're interested in that topic. Link to it right in the description for you. But long story short, HoYoverse came out with a air quote fix for Yae Miko's poor targeting, which ultimately ended up nerfing her because now she only targets closest enemies, which brings a number of issues to it. But again, more details covered in the prior segment, so just know that occurred. Now we have news from Ubacha, who says that apparently in the 2.7 beta, Ayato is actually in the beta along with his weapon, Geppaku Futsu. So it certainly raises the question, why is Ayato in a beta test right now, considering he's fully released? And given that HoYoverse recently made a change to Miko that people are not happy with, well, now there's a concern that they might change Ayato. Now, of course, on the flip side, maybe they'd buff the guy or do something that changes him in a way that, you know, it's not really a nerf, doesn't really change too much. We don't really know, that's the point. But again, people are concerned because of the whole Yae Miko thing that just recently happened. So now with Ayato in a beta test, well, I mean, I'm just going to be repeating myself here. I think you get the point. So that's got me pretty concerned as well. I have not yet wished for Ayato. I had planned on it originally, but with Raiden Shogun and Venti out, well, Raiden's gone now, but the point is I wished pretty hard on her to get her weapon in Constellation to C2, and I definitely want to wish for Venti. And now, like, with Ayato and maybe wanting his weapon, like, it's a lot of primo gems. It's a lot of money that would need to be spent. And with him in a beta test now, I'm like, all right, man, you know what? Maybe I'll skip Ayato for now, see what happens in the beta test, and then pull him on a rerun if I want him. Although, of course, it's always a little bit more fun to get a new character right when it's released. You know, it's the hype, right? But ultimately, with the Venti rerun, I think my plan is going to be this. I'm going to actually start with the weapon banner, and if I pull Venti's weapon, then I'll just wish for Venti and skip Ayato for now. But if I end up pulling Ayato's weapon, I will probably wish for Ayato and then maybe just get Venti at C0 or something. I don't know, I'm figuring it out. I'd like to get Venti to C2, but I don't want to wish for Ayato and his weapon and Venti and his weapon and a C2 Venti. That's a little too much, especially after what I just did with Raiden Shogun. So that's kind of where I'm at for those curious. Of course, the latter part of this video is just my opinion rambling about how I'm going to wish. But I think there's probably a lot of people that have not wished yet, so maybe my line of thought is giving you some ideas, or maybe you can give me some ideas on what to do in the comments. I'll be checking those out, so yeah. I'm also just the kind of person that prefers wishing for a smaller amount of characters, but going harder on those characters. Like, I know there's some people that want to wish for every new character. That's not really me. I've skipped Ito, I've skipped Miko, I've skipped Shenhe. Although I do kind of wish I had Shenhe for my Ganyu team, but oh well, too late now. Point is, like I said, I kind of like to wish less, but then go harder when I do wish, so I don't know, it's just my style. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you there, and also in the next segment on the way.